Stratified cuboid, again, 2 or 3 layers of cuboid cells. Okay. Found in the glands, certain glands. This is fairly rare. Sweat gland, ducts of sweat gland, mammary gland, salivary gland, ovarian follicle, seminiferous tubule. Both of these are in the reproductive organ. The stratified columnar. Also uncommon. Okay. Rare as well. And you'll find them in the reproductive organ. Is mostly for protection. Transitional epithelial, it's something that can be stretched. Okay, where do you find something like this? In the bladder. Like when your bladder is filled, the cell will stretch. It's called transitional because it can stretch and expand. Mostly found in the bladder when it is filled with urine. So all these cells, okay, here's a little summary. Okay, controlling passages, what goes in and out. It can protect the structure, like your skin, and exchange with the world. For example, when we need to absorb something or secrete something, it deals with the skin or epithelial tissues. So again, single layer, okay, where substance need to enter and leave the body. Multiple layer means stratified. It will impede entry. It will not let things in easily, and it's used for protection. When it's flat and thin, like a single layer, things go in and out, like your lungs. Alveoli is part of the lung. Let oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. In the renal corpuscle, it's in your kidneys. It lets sodium and potassium and all that stuff go in and out. Cuboid and columnar is now thicker. Okay, secretion and absorption. It's more organelle, which means it's got more organs. It uses more ATP, something like in your stomach and renal tubules and in your intestines and all that stuff. So some of these glands, there are 2 types of glands, exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine is you secrete outward, okay, like a duct. It's open directly to the outside environment, like a mucus, a sweat gland, or a milk gland. Endocrine glands are ductless. It doesn't have any ducts. It releases it and it goes to the surrounding tissue, like hormones and things like that. So again, exocrine goes outside, and endocrine, it just secretes inside. Okay. Oh, different types of things, how they are secreted. Okay. Merocrine, okay, releases fluid by exocytosis. we remember exocytosis, where things are produced and then it goes into a little vesicle and it goes to the surface of the cell and then pop, it goes. Okay, it secretes. It could be the surrounding tissue, it could be a little bit further away. So that's how merocrine. Okay. Apocrine, it actually pinches off part of the cell. Pinches. If you can remember, apocrine is like apex. Apex is like the top. So it pinches off part of the top, and then it secretes out. And holocrine, cells are released and they die. Okay. Mature cells die and become the secretory product. Most are merocrine, which means it uses the little vesicles. Most of them are like that. Okay, now we're going to go into part 2 of our chapter 4. We're going to learn about connective tissue. Now, connective tissue, there's even more confusing things here in this chapter, in this section. Okay. Again, you can read all this function. Of course, connective tissue is to connect, support, store, produce blood, all these things. Okay. But it's classified into connective tissue proper, supportive connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Now, I urge you to go into the chapter, the actual book of it, and go to table 4.1, and you'll see this chart. Okay, table 4.1. Now, you would want to open this and then go through the slide. Because under connective tissue proper, we're going to see loose connective tissue, areolar, adipose, reticular, and dense connective tissue. And there are two types. There's regular elastic, irregular elastic. Under supportive, there's cartilage, hyaline, fibrocartilage, elastic, bone, are divided into compact and cancellous bones. And then the fluid connective tissue. So blood is a connective tissue. Okay. You can see blood, and then lymph node is also a connective tissue. So I would urge you to either copy this or write it down somewhere, because so you don't get confused on what we're going to talk about. So back to this. Again, here's the classification, and we're going to go through them. Okay. Connective tissue proper. Okay, so there's fibroblast, adipocyte, mast cell, macrophages, and mesenchymal inside all these. Okay, adipose. Okay, if you look at it, it's a fat cell. Mesenchymal cells, macrophage right there, fibroblast, and reticular fiber. It looks like web. Okay. Usually the adipocyte will look like, just a white, because it's a fatty tissue. Okay. Again, here is some of the things that you find in there. So you can see the fibroblast. So fibroblast is a cell, okay, that makes fiber, okay, that makes the connective tissue there. So it is fixed, so it's not moving. It doesn't move, okay, and it makes the extracellular matrix. Okay, mesenchymal cells, we saw here this purple one, it's a multipotent adult stem cell. So it's not a totipotent, which can turn into any kinds of cells. This one can only turn into its own classification. Macrophages, they are wanderers. They're always searching for things that does not belong. So these are a type of white blood cells. Okay. Mast cells is another one that's fixed. Okay. Releases heparin and histamine, and it promotes inflammation. When something comes in here that does not belong, it will cause an inflammation. And the inflammation is actually good for the body because it will bring other cells into it to take care of whatever is causing the inflammation. Fibers, mostly protein made by the fibroblasts. We saw fibroblasts. Okay. Collagen, reticular, and elastic. Reticular are fine, short. Collagen fiber, that is branch. We saw them up here. Oh. Collagen is flexible, but not stretchy. And elastic, which is like a coil spring, is very stretchy. So just remember, reticular is like the web. Collagen is flexible, but not stretchy. Elastic is like, you know, the incredible Elastic Girl is stretchy. Okay. So here are some examples of collagen fibers and elastic fibers. All fibers are embedded in something called the ground substance, which is a polysaccharide protein. It's like something they sit on. It's like a matrix. So these are the three main ones that is secreted by the fibroblasts, which is this guy right here. Remember, they are fixed. Okay. Loose connective tissue. It's between, let me see if it's in that chart. Okay, it is in that chart. Okay, if you look back here, loose connective tissue. Okay, we're going to look at three of them. Loose connective tissue, many of them are between organs, absorb shocks, allow nutrient and salt to get in. Loose connective tissue, extracellular matrix, mostly collagen with a little elastic fiber. So again, the ground substance is something that they're kind of suspended in. Okay. Here's a fibroblast. It's got little cells in there. Collagen fiber,